What is up? What is up? What is up? Audio good? All right. What is up? Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good morning this morning. Um, got my got my software back up and working. Anyway, hope everyone's having a good morning this morning. See what we got here for this week on news. Little quick New York session stream here. All right. All right. So it looks like today there was some USD news at 6:30 and then another news event today at 9. So, let's see. I don't really think the 6:30 6 o'clock news really did much. What is the 9 o'clock? Consumer confidence. Actual greater than forecast is good for currency. Mm, Usually when they say good for currency, sometimes it depends. Um, like it depends because good for currency in most cases is a bullish push. And if that was the case, um, it would make sense for this to go higher. Because that, as I spoke before in a live stream before, I think it was last Thursday or so, whenever I did my last stream. Um, I had told you guys that the dollar was gonna push up into this area here, and it did just that. So now that we're up in this area, um, now we're just playing a waiting game. We're just kind of waiting, seeing what um, seeing what's gonna happen around these levels here because there's it's so crazy like how this was once an all-time high back in 85 and I'm pretty sure, yeah, 81. I don't know why I have anyway, Ronald Reagan was president up in 81, so actually this thing should be over here. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter now. Um, Ronald Reagan was president. But it's crazy how the dollar had gotten driven up this high. And I mean, history repeats itself. I don't know when, right? We don't know when or in what time history may repeat itself. And I would hate for the dollar to even get over this high here. But I wouldn't be surprised um, if it does, you know? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets over this high here, honestly. So, really just playing the patient waiting game for this setup. Same with Euro USD as well. Um, the Oh, I guess that's not the all-time low. Here's the all-time low right here. See the ATL and the ATH all-time high. Also, I need to fix these numbers in here. Um, but this has a lot of room to still move, you know. But let's see what we have on a more intraday type of scale here on Euro USD. So we see the previous month's low right here, as we had expected on a live stream. This had gotten broken through. But if you guys remember the live stream, um, where I had spoke about this weekly order block here on this setup on Euro USD, and you guys can find that setup in the chat. This has gone 600 pips, guys. 600 pips since that setup. Think about that. And some of you guys caught this. Some of you guys caught this on this setup here. That's crazy. Some of you guys caught this. And that's wild. And if you're still holding that shit, then good job. Good job for you. I'm telling you, we make money on this stream. We make money on this stream. So, um, we we saw this rejection here, and then initially I was hoping for price to get back up into this area here. It never did, and it continued to the downside. Here on the 4 hour, I don't really see any setup for a sell yet. Let me check the 1 hour. Um, market on, oh, let me check the 15 actually. So market open here, and we see a low and a high of yesterday, but we're still kind of in this same range. So I don't really see anything clear yet. Uh, I would say just keep a lookout for this morning. Like I mentioned earlier, we do have news at 9 o'clock. Um, but I don't really trade single folders. I don't really trade single red folders. Uh, it's just sometimes they don't have enough volatility. Like, well, let me see. What was yesterday? 8 o'clock. See, I don't even know what that big drop was from. Hmm. This here. It's just kind of a dump after market open, to be honest. But yeah, I don't really see anything that catches my eye on Euro USD just yet. If we go back to the weekly though, you can see if we go back to the weekly though, you can see this previous month's low, right? You see this last buying candle before that month's low got broken. Um, so that can give us kind of a somewhat of an indication to maybe look for price as it gets back up into this area here to then maybe sell again for longer term um, back up into this area here, maybe sell for longer term then. Um, but nothing too clear on Euro USD just yet. And it's probably the same for GBP USD as well. Let me check this out here. So GBP USD actually just purged the all-time low. It GBP USD is at the lowest that it has been since 1985. Think about that. Think about how wild that is. It is the lowest it has been since 1985. That's 30 plus years. That's 30 plus years. Almost 40. And, you know, it's kind of crazy to think about it. I don't know what this box is for. It's kind of crazy to think about um, because it kind of makes me wonder what the dollar is going to do as well. Is that gonna reach the all-time high eventually? We don't know. But all we can do is, just wait and see what happens around these areas. Um, so right now, I'm not really too interested in buying GBP USD. I would need some type of bullish sentiment, bullish order flow, uh, to even think about buying this pair just yet. And I don't really see anything yet. Yeah, it's really just a waiting game here. Same with Euro USD. Um, well, actually, it's even more less clear on GBP USD. Um, but we see a the previous month's low here. But as you see on Euro USD, oh no, wait, let me check the weekly. Sorry. Uh, yeah, it's still a little less clear than it is on Euro USD. Because you see on Euro USD, at least there's a bigger buying candle before this huge drop that might give us a rejection when it comes back up here. But if you look at GBP USD, right, this broke through, bought back up into the previous month's low, and then took off to the downside uh, past the 1.1 level. Um, but I mean, as far as right now on the monthly, weekly, and daily time frames, I am still super bearish on these pairs. Oh, let's check out Euro GBP here. Wow, huge wick. It's a huge wick. Same thing. So this is what's funny is if GBP USD starts to go up, this will start heading back to the downside. Um, and so what we see, I don't know what that's for. So what we see, right? We see this huge wick. Um, honestly, it's kind of, if we look at this in a bigger picture, this is kind of in a huge range, right? On the higher time frame. Um, but that doesn't mean that we can't still catch moves on this on lower time frames. Um, if anything, I think price can get back down into this area here, and then we can figure out, more or less what to do. If this gives us any type of bullish price action around this area here, right here. So all it is a waiting game. What did I post in my chat yesterday, guys? Right here. Your job as a trader is to wait for the best opportunities. Money is not made stalking, or excuse me, money is made stalking and sitting, not being active and forcing a new trade every day, right? So this isn't like your day job, where you have to go and be on the charts and forcing trades and expecting the market to pay you, right? This isn't like your day job, you know. This trading, the way to success in trading is transferring money from the impatient to the patient people, right? I'm going to say that again. The way to success in trading is transferring money from impatient people to patient people, right? So remember that and think about that. So that's my intake on my um, majors here. Now let me check out my exotic. Um, so we've been starting to see some bearish sentiment. Well, not starting. I mean, there's been bearish sentiment for a while, since 2020, um, from up here. But it's kind of crazy that these quarter levels here that I have, I know And I understand that they look messy. I understand that they look messy, especially on pairs like GBP USD, Euro USD. They're all kind of close together. But if you put them on your charts and study them, right, you can see how powerful these levels actually are. Like, look down here, right? There was a rejection. Look right here. There was a sell. Um, there was a buy here, a sell off that level, cleanly tapped off that level, and then it brought it down, cleanly tapped onto a buy. I mean, you see how price respects around these areas, right? Like, sometimes it's to the T, sometimes it's really clean. See, one, two, three, right here, right? So sometimes it's really clean like this. So I mean, it is a way that you can use, uh, or it is a tool. Sorry, it is a tool that you can use. Um, just to have an extra confirmation on direction and stuff like that. Like for example, and let's go to this area here, and then we'll get back to the analysis. See, look in this area here, right? There was one rejection, right? One rejection right here, and then one rejection right here. But if I take a Fibonacci and I go from that high to that low that got created, you see that last buying candle, right? The last buying candle that tipped off of that quarter level and captured liquidity here, right? Look where price came back to, right up in that area. And where did it go down to? Our negative uh, point 0.1, right? Cleanly. And then same over here. If I take the fib and move it over here on this setup, you see the high right here. Let me delete this. You see the high right here, right? That bounced off of the quarter level and then the low, right? So high to low. We can put our Fibonacci here. And okay, not every trade is a winner. But look, you can still see that if I put this if I put this 50 on 50, right? You can still see that price traded above equilibrium, right? Think about it. Think about it. Price still traded above equilibrium and then went back to the downside here. So, I mean, it's just an extra tool that I use to give me confirmation. Um, but let's get back to the analysis here before I hop off. Um, so we had spoke a couple weeks ago on a live about this order block down here on Euro NOK, down here, right? And I said that I was expecting this to buy back up. Now, I did not expect it to go 750 pips. I did not expect it to go 750 pips. But you see, that's the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing on this stream. If you pay attention and you follow the setups, right? You can make money on this stream here. And I mean, this move is crazy. This move is crazy. 764 pips exact. Um, so I have an area that I'm looking at up here, right? And it's not very clear. Um, I'm not too favorable of it that much. Um, but I would like to see what happens around this area here with this heavy drop to the downside. Uh, and it's kind of hard to decide because Euro USD is so bearish and Euro NOK has been um, bullish for the past couple weeks. One, two, three, four, for the past month, uh, per se. And so it's kind of hard to tell what this pair will do. So yeah, that's why I'm waiting for this area here to see what type of order flow this is going to give us. If this bullishness is going to continue, or if this is going to, reach this area and then go in line, continue in line with Euro USD. Um, so yes, it's a patient game. It's a waiting game. And we just have to wait on it. Bitcoin, I'm waiting on a setup here actually. You can see we got two areas here. We have a daily, but if we go to the 4 hour, there's a area here. We have captured liquidity right here. And yeah, we're just gonna wait and see what happens, right? So what do we do when we have two areas? What do we do, right? Well, essentially the lowest area, um, I usually tend to wait for a break of structure from that area to, give me that confirmation that this is going to go down. Um, but the top area, right, if the risk to reward is good enough, sometimes I just enter. I don't care. I don't care. Uh, I I don't have a fear of trading. Um, I don't have a um what's the word? Like I know what I look for in the market, whether it plays out or not. I know what I look for, right? So I don't have that sense of like, oh, what if it doesn't reject here? Well, then it doesn't. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And if it does, well, then I make money, right? So you have to play it very carefully and patient. So if price reaches here, yes, I want to see a shift in market structure and a break in structure to the downside. That will give me my confirmation to sell, get in the trade, find a better risk to reward ratio off of that trade uh, to give me my profits. But if the risk to reward is very good on the higher entry, I'm gonna just enter. I don't care about a break of structure or um, anything like that, right? So this is the setup I'm waiting for on Bitcoin, I would still I would still really love to see Bitcoin get back up into the 28, 26,000 um range before, maybe going more to the downside towards 2015, 10. And then I have a feeling eventually this could hit 3K. Not anytime soon. Um, but eventually I feel like it could, right? And I could be wrong, right? I don't move the markets. I don't run the markets. I could be wrong. I am wrong sometimes. Um and that's why you have to be patient in this game. But that's my take on the markets this morning. Don't forget there's a news event at 9 a.m. So just be aware of that. Be patient, be cautious, trade safely. But I think I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to post a link of the chat in the description box below. You guys can join that. You can message me on Telegram if you guys have any questions. Um, Also, give me a like, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below on what you think. I'm glad I got my software back up and working. There was some technical difficulties, but I think I figured it out. It's my first time, like I had mentioned, using streaming software, so I feel like an old man when it comes to that kind of stuff. But anyway, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. All right, peace out.